Football is a big deal in Vietnam. If you've been here for the last couple days, you might have seen people flooding the streets, Vietnamese people flying the flag everywhere. I didn't know what was going on at first, but then I heard that Vietnam was in the ASEAN Football Championship. So this is the biggest tournament for all the Southeast Asian countries. And the final is actually 2 games. So Vietnam beat Thailand in the first game, and Thailand is their biggest rival by far. Tonight is the second game of the final. They take the total score of both games to determine who's going to win. And if Vietnam wins, the entire country is going to go crazy. Now, I'm not a football guy. I'm talking about soccer for my Americans out there. I've never been into it, never watched it, but tonight we're going to go out and watch the game, show some support. So I'm pulling for Vietnam. Let's go.
All right, that's halftime. What do you think? Stressful half?
No, I think it's a good start.
Tied 1-1. So we got here a little bit late. Vietnam had already scored the first goal. So this is like the Super Bowl in America. Super hard to find a place to sit. Everywhere's packed, every single table full. Every restaurant has big projectors up. Everybody's watching the game.
Well, I think it's a good start because Thailand is a very good team too. And if you ask any Vietnamese people, any Vietnamese, then they will say Thailand and Vietnam, like 2 teams that always be like
the big rivalry.
The dead kids, the opponents,
Yeah.
all the time, like all the time.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
It's your next door neighbor, so that's your rivalry. Bad news in the first half, so this is a little bit controversial. Vietnam has a Brazilian player who's not Vietnamese at all. He changed his name to a Vietnamese name. He got injured in the first half. They took him off in a stretcher. It didn't look like he was that badly injured. That's why I don't like football. But anyways, he's the best player, and he went off.
How would you know? It could be that bad.
Maybe, but...
The thing inside, I mean, like he always makes fun of football, like soccer, but I think soccer is a really good one because you gotta, I mean, all the sports have its own like interesting way, right? But like soccer is very technical. Like it's not only just hit each other like you guys doing rugby, but this one, like you all have the technique.
It's fair.
Yeah.
So Luana's been sick for a couple days. She's been laying in bed, tired, sleepy, not feeling great. I was like, Luan, the final, Vietnam versus Thailand is on tonight. She's like, okay, we gotta go out. We gotta watch the game. This is probably bigger than the Super Bowl in America.
If it's like, Thailand, we gotta go.
Every Vietnamese person in the country is watching this football game right now. Okay, tell them about Bao.
Go Storm. So Go Storm,
Bao,
right? It's like every single time that we have a big like champion league, then if we win, then we will Bao, which is like everyone will drive on the road and just kind of way to celebrate. But like everybody just like go to the street.
Yeah.
It's packed, and they don't care. They're just driving and cheers, yeah.
We had the same idea in America. Like if your team wins the championship, everybody goes out into the streets and celebrates. But here in Vietnam, everybody's on motorbikes. So it's just a sea of motorbikes and everybody's beeping and waving their flags. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and we just keep going, just like a snake, go everywhere.
All right, we ordered some snacks. We got to eat and then get ready for second half. There's that boy. Oh, big sucker. Not the most typical thing that I would eat watching a big sports game, but giant snails. Not too bad. Got some big old snails. Some clams. Some kind of squid something. This is what happens when you let the Vietnamese person order everything. Bunch of random seafood. Okay. Thailand scored again. Dang, that was a pretty good shot though. Yeah, you can't even be too mad about that one. We got some work to do now. 2-1 Thailand. All right, they did it. Came back and won 3-2. 5 goals in a soccer match. That's what I'm talking about. That's my kind of football match there.
It's really like it's too good.
So Vietnam won. The crowd goes wild. The storm is beginning. Bunch of drunk people out on motorbikes flying around the streets. Luckily, we live real close by to here. But should be a fun little after party. I'm sure they'll be celebrating all night. What do you think? You have fun?
Super fun.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
All right. I had no idea you even liked football.
I always like football. Always.
Okay. Congratulations, Vietnam. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.